4-week back and forth.
Hey, Gene, we're all set.
Back and forth from
You guys ready?
therapy.
It's never gonna be.
All right. Good evening, all. Welcome to the agenda meeting, June 26, 2000. What does that say? 23, yeah. Please rise and Tim will lead us in the flag. So
Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilman Hanlon,
Here.
Councilman Lewandowski.
Here.
Councilman Miles.
Here.
Supervisor Molino.
here. Okay. I'll turn it over to Lori now for discussions and resolutions.
The first two, we definitely need, one to pay the bills. And one to accept minutes, and I'll fill the dates in as we get those ready for you guys. Also, looking back at my notes, you had talked about setting a workshop regarding the park regs and reservations. I just wanted to bring you back up on that if you wanted to set something for that. Also, previously you were given a letter from the town of Huntington regarding voter identification. And they're asking for other towns to support that. And I don't know if you wanted to add a resolution to do that, or if you're not going to do anything about it at all. And that's really all I have.
And if we refresh my memory, that what's about, is it calling for they're going to voter ID?
Yeah, all the towns are
Good, about time.
kind of kicking in, and some towns are supporting it, some towns aren't.
Damn right.
Do you still have it? Because there's
I don't believe I have a hard copy of it.
3-page. You want me to email you a copy?
Please, yes, please.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Mary, what do you think? Did you read that at all?
Long time ago.
Long time ago. I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's something we should just get involved in.
Well, you know, so
We
you
don't have
need,
to do
you need an
anything.
ID to buy a pack of cigarettes around here. I think you gotta get an ID to dictate what's gonna go on in this country. So
Mhm.
you're gonna get no objection from me.
All right, so Lori will mail them back out to you. We'll bring a resolution up.
So do you want me to
weeks.
put a resolution on the
Right.
list?
Please, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll make sure we don't.
So we're gonna have the resolution, pay
In
the bill,
support.
the resolution, pay the bills and
No, so it's not really about voters. It's really, yeah. So I actually remember reading this. It's actually, the cover letter does say that, but the actual resolution. It's about purging the rolls of people who have died. So they're saying that Board of Elections don't really have enough staff to make sure that people who have died and moved away are being taken off the rolls.
Okay.
So it's basically asking the governor to put into practice some sort of system where people who have died or have moved away come off the rolls.
Oh, anti-Chicago law. Nice. I love it. I'm for it still.
Still vote for it,
Oh,
right?
Chicago politics. There you go. We gotta get rid of, yeah, I think it's a good idea. It's true.
Oh.
Dead people
All
cast
right.
more votes in this country.
Because at first.
Florida's good for that too.
Yeah, I think everybody suffers from it. I see no problem with that.
will you let us know what you think? Next meeting.
Well, I don't have an opinion on whether or not you should vote for it, but I mean, if you think that's a good plan, then I would vote for it. I mean,
Why don't we do up the resolution? By then we can study it
they did give you an example of
Yeah,
one.
example.
of a resolution.
Yeah,
So it's not just items.
All right, so we'll have that moved in using their example and we'll vote on it if we see fit at the regular meeting. All right, any gentlemen have anything other than what Lori said?
We also got to bring up something in regards to the letter that Melissa presented to us at our last meeting.
Right.
We better figure out what we're doing on
Yeah,
that.
we should do up a resolution on that. and
Yeah,
Move forward.
I
on
think
that.
you should just do what the county did. That would be the easiest.
That basically was her recommendation.
that's my, I think it's a local law.
Yes, but she's advising, suggesting, and she's very quick to say, I don't have a vote, but her opinion is that we should use the same maximum as the
Maximum
county,
that
which
the
it was
county-
37 something.
So if
Uh,
you want, you can, you
yeah.
have to set your public hearing, hold your public hearing and then pass the local law.
Right,
So
so
if at the next meeting,
at
you
the
want to
next
set
meeting,
your
we'll pass a
public hearing.
public hearing,
That's gotta get done.
and that's gotta get done, and then we can vote on it and all gets.
Here's her email. Here's Melissa's email. And if I read these 3 lines,
Go ahead,
some
go
are
ahead.
pretty good. Her suggestion is match the increase Warren County made last year.
Mhm.
Okay, that's for the senior exemption. Okay. The second issue is how income data is collected. And her suggestion is she doesn't think we should touch that, leave it alone. The third issue is whether or not we give an exemption to firefighters and ambulance workers. She's suggesting that we don't
Nah,
give that, because if we give them that, they can't get the state credit. And unless you have a home that's worth over $1 million, that means you would lose money.
Yeah, because that state volunteer credit is a $200 credit on your state tax return.
So that must be bigger than what this would be, or less than what this would be.
It's a 10% reduction in your tax bill.
But then like,
It works out to be.
So my suggestion is we do up the resolution. And I'll send you guys this email if I didn't already. From Melissa. Or you can have a copy.
That's the email we got, yeah, the other day. Let me see it real quick. I think it's the same. I think we got. Leave that, I'm looking at-
I asked her to write that just to kind of
Alright.
boil it down for me.
Okay, remail it, remail, just
Sure.
make sure we all got it, and then we'll have you on the same page.
For the firefighter and MS tax exemption, you want to do a resolution for that or you do not?
Her suggestion is do.
Do not.
Do not.
do
Leave it
not.
as, leave it as is, the way we have it.
Because the states is better.
our firemen, maybe unbeknown to you and people on this board. If they make a certain amount of credits, they also have a bonus program going on down there. Which goes against it's not a retirement, it's a type of a life insurance benefit. Right now, I'm receiving $125 a month. Because I was in a lot more. But at the time when it was initiated, I could only buy back 5 years. Okay, if you make your points every month. You're awarded X amount of dollars. Okay. And after you get out, when you turn 55, you can start collecting it. If you die before you're 70, it's a $10,000 life insurance policy. So if the board isn't aware that that is in state, that part of their budget is there for that.
All right, so we can go basically what she's
Correct.
saying on the first two
Yep.
and not do anything on the third,
Same as that.
It is, yeah, ours and on this.
Yeah.
right?
Do you want me to
That's
send you that?
right. We're gonna go what she says on the first two and not do anything on the third.
Mm.
so the senior exemption, what was the other? one? That we
The
had?
only thing that we need a resolution for is the senior exemption. Okay.
Yeah.
Is everything else?
I got a couple things to go over, but they don't involve resolutions. So when you're ready.
All right, well, anybody else have anything that needs, I have just a couple of things here. for
I have
resolutions.
just, if you were going online or you want to go first?
Whatever you want.
I have a question, as far as the park. I believe we do not have any town law preventing without permission, private property or camping.
I'm sorry, I missed the first part.
Private property in the town park storage and camping overnight. We don't have
don't.
anything.
We
In the
don't
town
have
law
any
preventing
law
that.
In regard to anybody camping, storing personal property,
Setting up trailer.
setting up a trailer, or anything in this town.
You agree, Chris?
I thought there was something.
There's quite a few if you
They
read
can
the
only be
book.
In the park during the park hours.
Yeah.
And-
Park hours only.
You're talking in the park or on
Yeah.
private property?
Town property,
Town property.
I thought you were talking.
the whole town.
But to me, that means no camping, no, can't be in the park during those hours that aren't the park hours. That was my interpretation.
Well, that's like people say parking there, which we've had problems down by my home all winter long. And the gentleman in Buildings and Grounds, he parked a utility trailer in there for a number of years. They're plowing around it and everything. Okay, that pretty much got satisfied, I believe it was last year. When they get on their car and put it in his driveway.
Whose trailer is that down there now?
Jens.
What the hell's that doing in town? You keep his trailer in the
Well,
park? Or?
there's people that store things on town property all over.
I think we need to revisit the law. We need to look at
We
it.
definitely-
Get it out, revisit it, get it out.
But if
What
you
does
have
it
a
say?
stop
What does?
Now, we have
Yeah.
a constable.
But yeah, as long as the problem is well defined by law backing it up,
You know,
that we don't like it. If someone says, well, you don't have anything here, says I can't do that, then you're like, oh, well, I don't.
That's right.
Well, I don't. You're right. I don't have no law against that. If someone wants to
We have
push
to-
it.
We have to do something with that. It's
Yeah.
getting a need for it. Never
Yeah, let's
really
revisit it and
Can
And
we
have
ask
Mary look
the,
it over and-
Town attorney to dig into it.
yes,
Yeah,
have her,
there
have her
is-
visit
there-
or
You send it to me.
There is laws of the state that defines most of that. On people putting things on town property. You can designate hours. You know, like a 12-hour day or something like that, like the parking lot. Okay. But I could pitch a tent right across the street from me. And at the present time, you can't kick me out. Ronnie could, anybody could.
Yeah, you shouldn't be in there because you're past the park hours.
Well, we used to put chains across there and then.
but no, it needs to be defined.
Yeah.
So you don't get someone in there parsing words with you going, well, this and that. Well, you know, here's the law. It's right here. And you put a sign up.
Fence that gives the specific hours of the park and it closes at 9 o'clock.
Okay. How about going down to the tennis court?
That I don't know.
There
How
we go.
about,
Yeah.
I just know that the park itself.
Yeah, okay, I'm just saying, how about different pieces of property, the town owns,
The Mill Park down that
the old
way.
mill. The
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
school,
Yeah.
if anybody got tagged on this, they
Mhm.
could pull
I see
in
what you're
and we
saying.
couldn't do a thing about it at the present time.
Well, pretty much now there's being cases, maybe people, you have homeless going into people's homes and they're sitting, they're telling the police who, no, I get my mail here. This is where I live. And the homeowner's told they can't kick them out.
That's right.
So that's what's going on. Be a lot of that going on in the country now. So let's get ahead of the
All right,
problem here. And more
These
revisit.
people that go out and take off for winter down to Florida. The person walks right in behind them and moves in. Good luck come springtime getting them out of there.
all right. Anything else? Paul?
I'm all set. Thank you.
I think that was good with that. Jim's got some more stuff there, I think.
Yeah, just
You got
You want to
got a
go?
couple of things. The Lake Association would like to do their annual presentation to us. So sounds like the July meeting's not gonna be a action-packed show, so
Next meeting.
can
We'll
we
it
put them
agenda.
on the agenda?
Don't forget the Lake Association,
When is that?
July 1st,
Yeah,
9 o'clock,
that's Saturday, right?
Saturday.
Saturday, that's just.
It's always on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And I recommend that we all should.
Yeah, I went there last year.
Jean Cieslik, who's handling the youth program. Is it okay with everybody if I give her keys to those two little shacks down by town shed so she can get to that equipment? I showed it to her the other day. She can use.
Short answer, no. Just get in there anyway. She's gonna have to get a key.
That are you guys?
Yes.
I got no problem with it, but I think since basically everything's been moved to Hadley,
There's a lot.
I know there's a lot of stuff in there. I wonder if Mo can find a place to store it up in their location.
Well, I'll ask her.
You know it?
Yep, if he's got room, we can deliver it to them, no problem. If they.
And clean out those buildings, which we could probably use,
Yeah, I'll ask.
you know, everything's up there now.
Are we all right with the lifeguard situation?
No, well, I'm gonna talk
You gonna
about
bring
that.
that up?
Yep.
Okay. Um, the last thing, just briefly, I think everybody's probably sick of seeing my emails about milfoil, but.
You ain't kidding.
And found oxygen levels are normal. Few dead fish that we found have absolutely nothing to do with Priscilla. And the last local resident that was really concerned is now satisfied.
That's good.
The situation is okay. That's everything I have.
All right. Anything else, Paul?
Cold, but
Not at this
Right,
present
okay.
time.
All right, I got a couple little things. A Christopher Hale came in, filled out an application, CDL licensed. I met with him Saturday. I really feel he's gonna be good for us if we want to do it.
Where do we need them at this time?
At the buildings and grounds, we only got one CDL license guy there. That Eric, he's, retired about a month ago.
Down the man also, or?
We're also down a man, but right now CDL is more important. Especially on days when they have to do double runs.
I don't know if you noticed it, but the employment is.
Yeah, I
like
went
3
over
months,
that with
4
him.
months.
Yeah, I said, ask Cindy, Lori, I said, I'm not hiring this guy. But I gave him the due. He convinced me those were all legitimate problems. He wants he's working nights at Target. He's just jockeying those tractor trailers around and he doesn't like it. So I had Rick meet him with him today. Rick kind of felt the same thing. So I'm looking for a resolution to go ahead and send him to get a inspection. He can start next Monday.
Is that full-time or
You don't need
part?
a
Just
resolution.
part-time guy, $18 an hour.
Who's this guy, Gene?
Christopher Hale,
Where's he from?
Corinth.
Was it correct?
That's great. I did have a guy come up to me. He works for the county, I believe, and he lives on Church Street. And he questioned me about that because he's gonna retire soon. And he was just looking for some part-time.
Well, we got this guy on the line. We're having trouble with we have to call you every time we need him and we ran into that problem a couple of weeks ago. The guy you gave us was out sick 2 days, so we didn't get garbage picked up until Friday. So we were down 2 guys there, one, the CDL driver. Like to get that back on the road. It's in the budget, it's covered, there's no
Well,
problem.
if you met with them, if it's your recommendation to go ahead.
I had Rick meet with him today and he
I'll go
feels,
Rick feels good about it?
yep,
Don't need a resolution, go ahead.
we need a resolution. That's what people,
Do you?
hiring people, you want resolutions, yeah.
You want to do the resolution next time?
if you're gonna start Monday, you better.
You gotta do something. He's got him hiring coming in Monday.
No, we have to send him out for, this week for a physical, but he'll start.
Okay, so
Following
you want a resolution for our next meeting?
No, I gotta have this tonight. Otherwise,
That's
we
what I
got,
said.
we gotta wait 2 weeks. It's gotta be a
I asked.
resolution.
Yes, I'm
I'll make
I'm
a
not saying no, yeah.
resolution.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Got a resolution, got a second?
Yes.
All right,
Paul and Tim,
aye,
Right,
Yep,
okay, now
all in
about,
favor?
yes.
yep.
pizza.
Now about the beach. All right, everything is kind of set. They're gonna be training for the beach people on Thursday and Friday this week. The beach opens on Saturday. The only thing we've changed is time. We had to change the time to 11:15 a.m. to 5 p.m. That keeps the lifeguards that we have, don't stop for a lunch break. Otherwise,
Is the
but
sign being changed up at the lake?
I got things right here. I'll
Okay.
put it on tomorrow. Just the time that's all I'm changing. All
Do
right,
we anticipate trying to find more people? or-
they're still looking. I mean, they've been in the schools, they've been banned, everybody's having the same problem. all the
Colleen
towns.
checked New York State unemployment?
I didn't have time to do that. I thought maybe you would. do
I
it.
asked Colleen, I stopped,
Mhm.
told her that I sent a email to you. And she said she was gonna look into it. That's why I was asking if she's done it.
I haven't heard anything.
Okay,
Another idea I had, or an idea I had was basically all of those certifications are from Red Cross. Maybe contact the Red Cross, maybe they got some recently certified kids that we don't know about.
Well, we can do that tomorrow. The Red Cross is easy. I have their number. We can ask. The state, be honest with you, everybody in the state, Hochul's offering $20 an hour and they need them too, so if they have any, they're going there.
That's why everybody and their brother's looking for work.
That's
just-
it.
I
It's
was-
amazing.
You got all your help?
Me, no,
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people that aren't working.
no, tell me about it. But you get the calls, I mean, you, I don't know about you being in your business, but in my business, I get calls, we set up an appointment, they don't show up.
Yeah.
But they have, to, I don't want to get into it, but this unemployment has to call, the people should, when they put their name, the lamplight in, doesn't have a job, they should call me. And
That's
I
correct.
confirm, say, yes, I do. Because they
And
don't,
if that's the case, then that person is
Yeah.
denied their unemployment.
that's the way, but that's higher than our,
Hardly ever happens.
so, all right, so, all right, the beaches, so you know about the beaches, and there'll be staff, I think she's got eight people right now, and that'll cover the 6-7 days a week, but with the shorter time.
You said how many's being in the program to be certified?
Eight.
too?
Eight,
Eight?
oh, no, we have 8 lifeguards, some just a couple more. have to
No,
be
I'm
certified.
talking 2 more.
Yeah, I think, I don't know the exact amount, she didn't tell me.
Does
exactly.
that break us even at that point?
No, we're still down,
By what, 1?
2,
You're still down by 2.
yep,
That's why the hours.
that's why the hours have been changed, so that.
It's a relief factor.
Stretch it out.
I know.
Yeah, that's the,
All right, the next thing.
The hours information that she gave us,
Mhm.
did anybody check to see if that's correct? I'm sorry, but
I
I
will,
don't have any reason to believe it's not, but the only reason I have to believe it is.
she
because of that
says it,
email.
she is in the email saying that's the law, that they can do it that time without lunches. I mean,
I know nobody's ever lied to us.
well, yeah.
Not perfect.
Anybody want to volunteer to look into it? No problem. Keep throwing the stuff. I just don't do everything. I can't do everything. I got it out here. I need your help if you want to give it. The next thing in your packet, you got the thing from Scott Stone. We just got it.
We do.
Should be in your packet right there.
You
All right. This is a new ambulance.
Um,
Talked to Scott and I talked to Barry. They feel a good deal to wait 2 years for another ambulance. It's kind of long. This other ambulance is starting to get a lot of mileage. The amount of money is 295,000 and change. They plan on selling the fly car for 30 grand. So it's down to 265. That's with our equalization. Luzerne will have to pay 176,000 and Hadley will pay 89,000. And right now, as far as I'm concerned, we're all right with funds for the what we have on the side.
It sounds like there's one he's got his eye on.
Well, he put a credit card down to hold it. That's why he's pushing it now. And Mo is gonna put it in front of his board Thursday night. So if you would like to move forward, we need a resolution so that he can go
Well,
forward with it.
We've been. I don't know if this is relevant or not, but we've been criticized that we're kind of sloppy on our procurement policies. Is this?
That definitely falls into it.
Well, there's no way up. We need a resolution because our procurement come out and say, we won't cover this. For this amount.
How much money have they got?
We have
in
to,
reserve
does it
right
have to
now?
go out to bid?
Who's that? EMS?
Yeah,
Have we got 3 bids or?
Well, it's a formal
It-
bidding process.
Yeah, you don't have to bid for that.
yeah, you do.
The purchase.
All right, but then, all right, I'll tell Scott he's got to bid it out, period. I'm not
How
gonna,
much is the total cost?
265,523.
Well, it'll be 295.
Yeah.
It'll be 295.
Yeah, because there's no guarantee some of the car.
And I think.
Hold
it's
on,
supposed to-
wait, hold on. Who is this Scott Stone?
He runs our EMS squad.
And it's a town EMS?
Yes. Yeah.
Paid for by us and have.
And
It's
had-
funded by the town.
It is funded by
But
the
it's
town.
not a town entity, it's just funded by the town. Okay, we have a contract with them.
Yes,
What does the contract say about procurement? Do they follow town procurement? or do
Never,
they have?
never had. They never had.
If it's not a town entity, then no, it does not go out to bid. your funding, basically, but that depends on what your contract says.
I can pull the contract and email it to you tomorrow.
Please.
I know the fire department carries a continuous truck fund, equipment fund, and their earmark. That's why I was asking the question. With the money that we do, if, or they get from our taxes after they turn their budgets in, do they have an ambulance fund or anything of that sort?
They have a slight one, but not enough to cover this.
Okay. Well, how much is slight? 10,000, 20,000?
I don't know, Paul. I don't, they give us all the budget. We all read the budget. And, I don't have it in my brain right now exactly what it is. It's easy to come up with questions. Maybe you can help get some answers.
So how much would the town be contributing?
Right here.
43?
$176,059.
That's if they sell the fly car.
Well,
Oh,
that's what they have pretty
These
much
are in the
gonna
ambulance
sell it for
fund
30,000.
right now, that amount of money.
I hate to. Thanks to that, there's a procedure for selling vehicles too.
They can't sell the vehicle.
Yeah, it's not that simple.
No,
If they're.
part of the town.
Liable to, right, to follow the same rules as town procurement, they have to. What's it
Put it out the
called,
bid.
surplus it, bid it.
Surplus it,
I
bid
don't
it
think
out.
they have to follow the rules of town. We're funding them. The library doesn't, the school doesn't.
When we send them a check, are they a corporation or what are
They're a
I'm
corporation.
assuming they're a corporation.
They are a
They've been
corporation.
for a long time. This is nothing new. We buy ambulance every 3 or 4 years.
they? I know, but you know why I'm thinking this way.
Well, yeah. I'll do whatever you want. You wanna go out the big?
I want to check.
I'll pull the contract, email it to Mary tomorrow so that she can tell you
Yes or no?
how you have to.
Why don't
proceed
we,
with that.
And she can send it via our laptops to let us know what's.
And that way.
Everybody's got a
You can
pen.
prepare the resolution maybe so that we don't, so we can act on it. Once we got our facts.
yeah, it just depends on what your contract says. And I don't have that from.
Neither do I right now. I got it.
I'll pull it in a moment.
All right. So we'll have you find out. I will inform him. Because he's not gonna find out from Hadley anyway until Thursday. They have their meeting Thursday.
I mean, I. Kind of back up. To the philosophy of bidding it, I don't have a clue if that's a fair number. I mean,
Oh, the last time I was involved buying an ambulance. Okay, in that department, which goes back quite a while now. They were going for right around 110, 115,000.
Yeah.
Now we're up to 300,000.
it says with 170-inch body, does that mean it comes with a,
So that comes, that's the length of the frame.
does it come with a whole?
I
I believe I believe it comes with everything but the lettering on it
Everything but the supplies inside.
and the supplies, yeah.
Transferred in.
It's got all.
Oh, lights, bells, whistles.
That-
Yeah. It's
That's
like,
what it
yeah,
has,
it's
but
I don't see
complete.
a spec on it.
It's what they do. Okay, you should probably go meet with them and ask them, but that's what, yeah, when you order a fire truck or you order an ambulance, it comes ready to go. You put your stuff in it and you put the gas and you roll the door and you get the lettering on the side. You have to pay for that. It comes ready to go. Bells, whistles, ready to go.
Do you know the, Tim, do you know the bottom, is that a fair number?
I don't, I'll tell you, that number you're getting from them is they're not the guys that are, Scott
They've
Stone
al-
has been doing this
they've-
long enough. Yeah.
They've already looked at one for
Yeah.
335,000.
Yeah, I wouldn't
But you
sweat
have
it
to
too
wait 2
much.
years to get it.
I mean, ask all the questions you want, but you're probably wasting.
See, that's the kind of stuff that ought to be in a file.
How old is the-
Supporting quote,
We've got 2 ambulances present,
No,
correct?
one.
Why? What happened to the other one?
About a year and a half ago, got into an accident,
And we replaced it.
with a fly car. Not we,
For the
they did.
last 3 years, we have had one at their location and one parked down at Buildings and Grounds. Occasionally, they switch them. So they get mileage on the one that's been in storage and get to use it.
That's news to me. I don't know. We don't have one down in Buildings and Grounds.
Okay.
Is there one down there now?
Yeah,
Which bay?
fire ones. I was quite stunned with that also, Gene.
I'm sure there's a reason for it, though. I'm continuity of service for the area, and I'm sure those guys are good. They won't, Scott, and them, they don't do things for
Nobody's
no reason.
disagreeing
No,
with
I
that.
understand. I understand.
Nobody's.
Yeah, I
disagreeing.
I'd like to believe positively until I find out
Are we
otherwise.
having problems with the president? Can we get 2 more years out of it and order one, exactly what they want?
I think this is like a, did you agree this is like a preemptive order? They're putting the ball in motion. Yeah, just like, Ronnie with his plow truck. He's
Yeah.
getting ahead of the curveball. He's getting ahead of the ball, so he's on target. And
I-
that's what I do too.
I just.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
You're talking pretty close to 300 grand.
Oh, yeah. Only gonna be probably
guarantee
400
you
grand
that.
next year.
It's our whole budget, 4 million.
Yeah.
No, it's not all us, I realize that.
no, but.
What's that ratio? 1/3, 2/3 roughly?
It's
Basically,
1/3, 2/3, roughly.
Oh, it's right there.
It's right on there, yeah.
It's exactly 1/3, 2/3.
yeah. How come? Does the town of Dave fall under that? Gene,
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
under the Hadley thing? The
No.
town of Dave?
No, it's just happening to us.
Why?
Correct? Partners up with somebody.
Well, we have mutual aid with them, but we don't get involved with their ambulance.
So Corinne ambulances, I think, say day on. So,
Well, I know for years it was always the town of Dave.
Corinne, I think
Town
Corinne,
of Dave paid
Cor-
the town of Luzerne X amount of dollars per year for fire protection as well as ambulance services.
how long ago was that?
Huh?
How long ago was that?
I believe it's still that way, isn't it? They're always been, they go to our school, don't they? They're in the school system.
I think the only one they pay for still is fire protection.
okay. Yeah, for that.
Fire.
Back when I was in the
Maybe
department,
first response to an issue.
fire protection up there was costing the town of Dave. I believe back when I was in it, around $50,000.
So our fire.
We were hired by
was the first
the town of
response.
Lakewood, or the town of Hadley, or town of Dave. To the Van Nuys Roads Volunteer Fire Company to handle that. But I'm almost positive. Now that I think about it, I think. Luzerne squad gave up. In the last 5-6 years. The town of Dave. And gave it to Corinth. Yeah.
I go by.
Mutual aid is automatic.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing
It's
about
got
that.
nothing to do with it.
No. But if he's just putting
You're playing
spec
back there.
prices together
Yeah,
and he doesn't
Wait a
plan on receiving this for 2 more years,
yeah.
that's a different story.
Yeah.
Just want to ask
You
Brian.
know, we can budget.
It's a fire. I'd shit if I knew there was an ambulance in there.
Who you calling?
Brian. Hey, Brian, quick question. Do we have a ambulance stored back in the Buildings and Grounds building? And now with you, how long they been at it?
How long?
How long you been working for the town? 5 or 6 years ago.
They didn't have 2 ambulances?
Well, they had 2, but they stored them in the new building probably when they built it.
So we do have 2
But
ambulances.
we don't now, we only have 1 and a fly car.
Okay.
Building, yeah, that's about 5, 6 years ago. Okay,
I don't go down on farm building.
all right, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know why I don't have stones going here.
It doesn't matter, it's not there, but the last time I was in that building, I was told there was an ambulance being stored there.
But that was 5 or 6 years ago when we built them a 2-bay building. They had 2 bays.
So now they got possibly saying possibly, 2 ambulances in there.
No, 1 ambulance and a fly car.
So where did the other ambulance go?
It was destroyed in the accident. I better have Scott Stone come in and talk to you guys, all right? Let's move on. We're leaving this alone until Mary, you can look at it. And we'll see what happens with Hadley on Thursday. All right, Mary, you're up on,
I would request an attorney-client privilege session after the meeting to discuss possible litigation.
I got time.
we got time, yeah. All right, one other thing, I got a request from Jeff Dickinson, the water. He wants a meeting with myself, Ron, and a board member. We're trying to plan one for Wednesday. Somebody have a time Wednesday, 1, 2, 3 o'clock. There's some problems that's got to be solved, and I think it's just,
I don't have my list of. Doctors, I go to.
You know, that system.
well, you can be there, but you can't, or not. It's just, we can't have
Time.
1, 2 o'clock, or 3 o'clock.
Tell me a time and I'll see if I can make it
Let's go in the middle, 2 o'clock.
That's
on Wednesday.
day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's 21st.
Wednesday.
No.
No, it's no, it's,
28th or something like that.
it's, yeah, day after tomorrow. Today,
28th
today's-
on Wednesday.
yeah, you're the wrong week.
Good thing I got this on the phone.
All right, so that's 2 o'clock. Ron,
You know,
you-
tomorrow's
you're gonna
Christmas.
put that in your calendar, 2 o'clock right
We're
here,
Meeting.
right
2
here.
o'clock Wednesday?
Yeah, but you can't.
Okay.
No, that's why I only asked 1 or 2 guys. No.
I'm not going.
One, I'm really one
I'm
guy.
not going.
Okay.
You can't make it.
I'll call you.
Yeah. False.
Yeah, we can't have 3 of us here, that's. All right, so you'll take care of that. You'll take a call him if you can't make it.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah.
All right, anything else that we need? Lori?
No.
All right,
Don't have
so
anything
need a motion to go in an executive session.
Make a motion.
Second.
You wanna tell us, so it gets written
You
down.
can actually just adjourn. It's
What's that?
attorney-client privilege. meeting.
Howard's got his hand up.
We can't answer any questions. huh?
No answers. No questions tonight.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Howard.
Agenda meeting.
Who made the motion?
Tim made it.
I did.
It doesn't matter.
Till we meet again, Howard.
So Paul and Tim.
It's to discuss possible litigation.
All right, discuss possible,
And adjourn with no further action.
and then we'll adjourn with no further things happening.
Correct.
All right,
And no decision made.
no, this is, Ron, you don't have to stay for this, I don't think, Ron, you don't need.
What is it?
You can, you're welcome to stay if you want. I can't tell you right now. I tell you when.
Can't, kind of, the thing.
You want to wrap?
You gotta hang around for the prize.
Yeah, sure.
Sure,
that's a quick
You want to call the meeting adjourned? Shut these things off.
Shut them off.